Welcome to Goal Repotting, Part 9 of the Practical Decision Making course offered by the Guild of the Rose. Visit guildoftherose.org for more details. Sometimes a houseplant needs to be repotted. A previously healthy plant might grow until its roots clog its pot, leading to problems with drainage, limiting the plant's growth, or even killing it. Goals are like houseplants. They need to be repotted occasionally. I'll explain what I mean in a minute. Let's say that you have wanted to write a novel for years. Perhaps you set yourself a New Year's resolution each year, telling yourself this year is the one when you will finally write your novel. But somehow, it never quite happens. Maybe you have started in on 10 different novels, but always lost steam 50 pages in. Maybe you have a promising first draft that's been sitting in a drawer for 5 years, and every year you tell yourself you'll get back to it and polish it someday. Or maybe you just feel an occasional twinge of regret because you know you've let yourself down in some important way. Most of us have goals like this. What we may or may not realize is that having these goals is costly. Part of you really wants to write that novel, or to run that marathon, or to be an entrepreneur, but the rest of you doesn't seem to care. So you go through life with a constant mental drain, one part of you perpetually unsatisfied and unhappy, increasingly demoralized over what you can't help but perceive as continued failure. Unfulfilled dreams such as this can be the source of a lot of negative self-talk as well. So I'm happy to tell you that there's a simple fix for this problem. Whenever you're considering your long-term goals, simply ask yourself, why do I want to do this? And when you find an answer, ask, is there any better way that I could achieve that? And then pursue that new, bigger, broader goal instead. For example, if you dream of writing a novel, but consistently fail to do so, ask yourself, why do I want to do this? You reflect on the question. Do you want to see your name on the cover of a book sitting on your bookshelf? No, that can't be it, because you could just write a lazy novel and then self-publish it, and that wouldn't satisfy this feeling you have inside. Do you want to have your fiction accepted by a famous publisher for the cachet? Perhaps that feels closer, but perhaps what you really want is something more like recognition as a storyteller. So, you provisionally ask, let's assume that what I really want is in fact recognition as a storyteller. What can I do to achieve that? Well, you immediately realize that there are many more ways to achieve that besides writing a novel. You could work on short stories for publication in literary magazines. You could try to get a D&D group together and serve as dungeon master for an adventure of your own making. You could write a screenplay or make short films on YouTube. You could begin publishing a web serial. All of these things feel fresh and exciting to you, and all of them would earn you recognition as a storyteller to one degree or another. You have now repotted your original goal. Perhaps the goal of writing a novel was originally motivating to you, and even a beautiful and positive part of your life in its own way. But over time, after having experienced continued failure, that originally inspiring goal has clogged up space in your brain rather than making you feel motivated and excited. Now the goal, that is to say the deeper goal, the goal to be recognized as a creative human being, is free to grow in a larger pot, and the metaphorical plant is able to thrive and explore a larger space possible configurations. Remember that goals might need to be repotted every couple of years, just like plants, as you learn more about yourself and what you really find satisfying. But you'll find that it's much harder to ever really fail at a goal that has been properly repotted. Your homework for this week is to think of a goal in your life that might benefit from repotting, something that you seem to consistently want to do but haven't had much luck getting yourself to work on, which you might be able to redefine in a broader way that might get you excited again. If you're interested in taking this course, visit guildoftherose.org for more details or patreon.com/guildoftherose to join the guild. Click the link in the sidebar to view the playlist of videos for practical decision making.